Did you know that your relationship with your dog is directly related to the way that you feed them? I took on a new client for private lessons today, and when I went out to her house, she has like 7 labs. 4 of them are puppies and they're litter mates. They're about 9 months old. Her biggest problem is that they're velociraptors. She lets them out of the crate, they tear up her clothes, they jump all over her. It's a total mess. And when I talk to her on the phone, I always ask my clients, I said, does your dog like food? Because this is definitely gonna give me a good understanding of what I'm walking into. And she said, yes, my dogs love food. I said, all right. So I showed up to her house. The dogs tried to tear me apart. They tried to tear her apart. I went outside and I took a few minutes, just me and the dogs, to get to know them. I pulled out a big old hot dog and stuck it in front of their faces, and none of them were all that crazy about it. One dog in particular would not stay on the lure, Ryder. And believe it or not, this is the same dog that was bullying me the most for my treat pouch and who bullies the owner the most for the food every single time at feeding. So I got to thinking, there has to be something to this. And what I came up with is, yeah, obviously the dog that is the craziest about food doesn't want to take food in training. He's the most entitled dog there. And after talking to the lady for a little bit, I figured out the reason that they're overweight is because they've been bullying her for the food so much that she thought that they were just still hungry because they are still growing. And now it all makes perfect sense. These dogs believe that they get food by pushing around their owner and bullying her. They've been conditioned. They're Labradors. They're super smart and they're super hungry. And they've been manipulating this lady for her entire life to give them food whenever they want. Now they're overweight, they're pushy, and they're harder to train because they're not really that crazy about working for food in training. So I gave her a very simple prescription that I use with every single dog in my board and train program. We switched her to once a day feeding, and we're gonna back the food off about 20%. Now, the 20% thing, that doesn't go for every single dog out there. That's just simply because hers were obviously overweight and she knew that as well. She's also gonna create a degree of unpredictability with the feeding schedule as well. This lady's very squared away. Every morning at 4 a.m., every evening at 5 p.m., each dog gets 2 cups of food, period, no matter what. They've become heavily conditioned to this and they expect it. So what I told her to do is one day, feed them at 4. One day, feed them at 5:30. Another day, maybe wait until 10 o'clock at night. Make it unpredictable so that the dog is always guessing when the food is coming and they're actually using their brain. It's the biggest motivator, especially for Labradors, and we want to take advantage of that to build the best training outcome and the best relationship that we can with our dogs. Now, the final thing I told her to do is actually hand feeding. So hand feeding is exactly how it sounds. You take a handful of food out of the bowl directly in the dog's mouth. No more bowls. I promise you, if you have a dog that has these issues, they don't want to engage with you, they're not good on a lure, they bully you for treats, they think you're a Pez dispenser and it's only ever on their terms. If you feed them only out of your hand for a week or two, you will see a different dog. That's guaranteed. You see, any good relationship is a give and a take. The dogs give us companionship, they give us love, some of them keep our beds warm at night, and in return we feed them, we take care of them, we keep them safe. But by creating a permission-based environment where the dog has to hold up their end of the deal, the relationship's a whole lot stronger, and you eliminate a lot of conflict and a lot of resentment from the dog and from you. So if you're seeing any of these issues in your own dog, give it a try. Even if you're not, give it a try. I guarantee you you're gonna see results for this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.